It's nice to be here. People are drinking. Brisbane, what was your name, my friend?
Jackson.
Jackson. You got a beer there, yes?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It was like, because I'm sober now. I haven't had alcohol in like 3 years. I do still do mushrooms and smoke weed. I'm not a loser, but I miss booze. And sorry, Jackson, could you just have a sip of the beer? And just let me watch you do it. Oh, let me watch you swallow. It's hard. My dick. It's difficult. What's that, sorry?
Sound like swingers note.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it ends. And pay 10 grand for the room. I guess let's cover it and come. All right. I was in Sydney and I was trying to sleep in the top bunk while two British backpackers fucked on the bottom. And that's not good at any age. But at 39, like, that was the first time in 10 years of comedy I did start to think, maybe. Ivan Milat had a point. Now, he was a famous Australian serial killer who almost exclusively killed British backpackers. All I'm saying is, maybe he wasn't born bad. Maybe it was just one too many YHA dorm rooms that drove him to become an Australian hero. I'm not saying we should kill all English. No, just specifically those two. Because, man, they made me listen to the most aggressively British sex I have ever been exposed to. Like, when that guy came, he yelled, "For the king." It was very upsetting. I'm glad not to be 20 anymore. Like, I'm glad to be 41. I think now at 41, I am the best version of myself that I've ever been mentally and emotionally. Physically, it's been a steep decline. But I've learned things about myself as I've aged. Like, I'm on the spectrum. Like, I'm not good one-on-one, you can tell, or in groups. And I've had the test, right? It's important you know that, because the first time I brought this up, a lady yelled at me. She said, like, "You can't claim it without the test. It's stolen valor." And so now I have spent $800 to get formally diagnosed with autism, just so I could shove it in the face of someone I refuse to look at in the eye. And I think it is ridiculous to get a doctor involved. I did not need a doctor to tell me that, right? Like, I knew when I was 35, having a panic attack because I couldn't find my favourite spoon in my cutlery drawer at home. Like, that, I think, should be the test. I think if you are an adult with a favourite spoon, you have autism and you don't get out enough. Or, possibly you're a heroin addict and they don't get out much either. And I don't want to yuck the yum of any heroin enthusiasts, okay? One of my best friends is a heroin enthusiast. His name is Kevin. He loves heroin so much that he smuggled some into Singapore, a country that famously kills people for smuggling heroin, right? Now, he did not plan to do it. He did it on accident. He was standing in the customs line. He reached for his passport. And he was just like, "Oh, no, I've left over heroin in my pocket. If they find it, I'll be killed. But if I manage to leave the line, dispose of it, get back in the line, go through the customs, I'll still have a problem at that point, and it'll be a much bigger problem than being killed for smuggling heroin, which is that I will no longer have any heroin." And that, for Kevin, was a bigger concern. And so he decided in the moment, he's like, "I'm just going to walk through. I'm going to walk through. I'm going to hope they don't stop me, hope they don't search," right? He walked through, got through safely, but I asked him later, I was like, "Kevin, how did you stay calm in that situation?" I feel like if that was me, life on the line, I would have been jittery, sweating. Like, they would have known someone was up, they definitely would have stopped me. Like, how did you stay calm? He said, "You know what really helped is that I was on heroin." Which, that's just a true story from a friend of mine who has since become a real estate agent. And that's why I support the retroactive death penalty. Let's get it. I've never done heroin. I've done something arguably worse, which is at the age of 21 and a half, I got a tattoo of a yin-yang over my heart, which, I'm going to call that a more self-destructive use of a needle than heroin. I also got the comedy tragedy, like Harlequin mask. I got those tattooed on my testicles. And I'm not going to show you that, because I'm 41 now, so they both frown. It's pretty sad. You guys are fun. It's gonna be good. All right. I have like changed my diet a lot as I've aged. Like I'm a big fan now of pescatarians because they set a line, right? They say, well, all meat is murder unless it's fish, because fish don't have feelings. And I got taken fishing, and the fish did not look to me like they had no fucking feelings about being caught, all right? They have a lot of feelings, which were negative. Now, I do still eat fish, right? I still eat fish and chicken, but to be ethical, I use the supermarket self-checkout, pay what you feel model for all of my meat. And I had someone tell me it's like disrespectful to steal from the supermarket, but I steal from Coles and they price gouge, they fuck the farmer, they make billions of dollars, they give nothing back. I reckon if you're not stealing from them, maybe you don't respect yourself, okay? Because like I've been pretty committed to this for like the last 5 years, and I've been caught twice. And if you are wondering what the penalty is for being caught stealing groceries from the supermarket, it is that they make you pay for them. And that's the same penalty everyone pays. So I think we should all do it every single time that we go. And over this last 5 years, I have been tracking my theft in a spreadsheet. Because of the autism. And so I've been averaging the last 5 years about $100 worth of stolen groceries weekly. 52 weeks a year for 5 years. Which means I've taken those cunts for 25 grand. Which is wrong. It is wrong, but fuck, it feels good. It feels like the closest the Coles Supermarket Corporation is ever going to come to funding the arts. Like, they don't want to give back, but I'm making them. I'm not saying I'm a hero, you know, just heroic, but... I don't think all corporations are evil, you know. Like, I used to work for IKEA, and they were lovely. They treat us as a family. They made available for all the employees 3 free counselling sessions every year for if you had depression. And they also gave everyone a take-home Boxcutter for if those didn't work. It was a family. Is that not relatable? I come from a messy family. Like, this is true. When I was growing up, my dad, he spent 7 years in prison for crime. I don't know why I'm air quoting it. Like, he did a bunch of very serious crimes. But anyway, he's dead now. So, you know, just know that if you judge me for stealing from the supermarket, you are disrespecting my dead dad and his legacy. He also, I found this out when I was 20, he had a second secret family the whole time I was growing up. I'm just like, I have like a half sister I've never met, and it's just very frustrating because it means I don't know which one of us was in like the main, more important family who was loved more. My point is, I always feel like with parents, you get one that's bad and then one that's good to balance them out. And obviously, my dad was the good one. Which I just want to say is not my mother's fault, all right? She just has her own trauma, but we didn't talk for like a long time. From 19 to 39, I didn't speak to my mother, right? I cut her off. And but then I got into therapy, thank you, IKEA, and we reconnected. And so a couple of years ago, she came back in my life. I'm very grateful for that. But the problem was when I was 19 and I cut her off, I thought we were never going to talk ever again. And so I said, well, I know what I'll do is I'll tell everybody I know that she died. Because if you say you don't talk to your mother, that people will be like, oh, you really must reconnect with your mother. But if you say she died, no one's going to be like, you really must conduct a seance to reconnect with your mother. I thought I'd crack the code, right? No one's going to bother me at this. But then, you know, after we reconnect, and that's part of my life again, that meant that 2 years ago, I had to go around to every single person that I know and explain that my mother had come back to life, which is such a hard chat. Because it's good news, but to get there, you got to explain some sad information. I mean, I am still in therapy. They call me Mr. Worldwide because I'm bipolar. And it's fun, all right? Anxiety and depression, it is a fun team up for your brain. They work together. Because anxiety is like everything in the world is trying to kill you, and depression's like, you should let them. It's synergy. My point is, I really did appreciate the Boxcutter. But Nicole, she also, my fiance, she also has anxiety. She never worries about the animal she eats, though, and that's like a cultural difference between us, right? Because I grew up in Australia. She was raised Chinese, and, you know, she still is, genetically. But she grew up in Shanghai. And growing up in Shanghai, they would get live animals, they would bring them home alive, they would kill them at home. just before they cook them, so they're as fresh as possible. It's just very outside of my experience. And a few months back, she brought home to our apartment this big bucket of live crabs. And initially, I was not sure the plan for the crabs. Because Nicole, she's an animal lover. We have pet rabbits. She has a pet snail. She owns a horse. She's been campaigning for a bird. So I was like, oh, are these going to be our new crab friends? Are these like homeless crabs that you found and collected? We're going to give like a loving, nurturing environment to. What is the plan for the crabs? The plan was to murder these crabs and convert them to Singapore chili crab, which is a delicious dish. And so I got excited until I had to watch her start taking these crabs and lining them up one by one like political prisoners for execution. Like Mao would be proud. And then she grabbed a hammer and then one by one she starts to just bash the crabs to death in front of me. And the whole time I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know if crabs have feelings. But I do. And so I did not eat any of those crabs because that whole process, it just made me feel bad. And I don't want to feel bad. And as a straight white man living in the inner cities of Australia, I mean, mostly, I don't have to. And I like that about the system. I think I'd be okay with the crabs if I knew that these specific crabs deserved it, right? Like if they earned their outcome. And I think when they sell the live crabs, it should be the opposite of the system they have at the RSPCA. There they have that little card to make you fall in love with the animal. When they sell the live crab, they have a little card detailing all of its crab crimes and how it's a bad crab. And it deserves to be sentenced to death, right? And only the worst of the worst crabs get sentenced to become chili crab, okay? Just crab pedophiles. Just any crab that fucks a yabby. That joke's not going to work anywhere but Australia. But yeah, I should mention, despite my fiancée, Nicole, being originally from China, I just need to clarify that it was not sex tourism. I have to say that because of my vibe. And you get it. Yeah, you look like it might be too. And so... But no, it is a thing. Like, yeah, there is like an age gap between. It's just like a small gap because we've been together for 12 years, and you know she's 20. No, she's 35. But the problem is she looks young, right? It's an issue because when we started dating, we were both in our 20s and we were both very hot. But over the last 12 years, like you know, I've been aging as a white guy does, which is not good, and she's been aging as a Chinese woman does, where they just look 27 forever. Then they look 1,000. And then there's no transition state at all between that. And then they stay 1,000 for 1,000 years. And that's why there are so many of them. Which is good. But we're worried in like another like 20 years, 30 years time when we walk down the street together, like because the age gap between us has stayed the same. The visible gap's growing. And we don't want strangers in 30 years' time to think, oh, like she is like a gold digger and I got her in a shipping container, you know? It's not fair. It's not fair on either of us, okay? Because Nicole, she is a doctor and this is my sole source of income. Like, I am the gold digger in this situation. It's a very different kind of yellow fever. Okay, now... Now, can I ask other couples in? Ben, can I talk to you about your... Yeah, you guys have been together for a while, right? Yeah. Can I ask which one of you makes more money? Is that okay?
Ben does.
Does that create any tension in the relationship, do you feel like? No? Nothing else? Do you pool the money together?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, this is the thing, because with Nicole and I, we have conflict because of the difference in income. And ultimately, I do think it is a clash of values, right? Because, you know, again, like Nicole, she's a culturally Chinese immigrant woman. I'm a white Australian man. She was raised to believe you should work as hard as you physically can every single day of your life until you die. And I was raised to exploit Chinese labour. And so it is a conflict that we have. And that's actually why we don't pool the money together, right? Because it actually wouldn't make sense. She makes doctor money. I steal my groceries. So we can't average it and be like, that's good for us both, right? And so our system is that she has her money and I don't. But it still creates a power dynamic between us, right? Because like we split all the bills down the middle, but then comedy money is like very inconsistent. And so like that power dynamic in the relationship, like I mentioned we have rabbits, we have pet rabbits. Nicole loves rabbits. They're her favourite animal. I'm allergic to rabbits. That's why we got 3 pet rabbits in the living room, because that's how much negotiating power I've got. And we're having a fight a few months back, and in the middle of the fight, Nicole yelled at me that she loves her pet snail more than me, which I think is a very mean thing to say. And also like a very unfair comparison, right? Because he's a homeowner and I never will be. And that power dynamic in the relationship, so I'm the one in this relationship who eats ass. It is out of respect. When one of you makes way more money, you gotta kiss the ring. I don't make the rule. I do enjoy it. I like my work. Right? No? Ben is working on it. I love it. This is good. No, I do think the sex does change a lot in a long-term relationship. You know, we're 12 years in. We try to mix it up, keep it exciting. We do a bit of role play. What's another couple? You guys, are you a couple? How long have you been together?
Yeah, 19 years.
Fuck me. And happy? Yeah.
Reasonably.
That's cool. Do you guys ever do role play? Like, we try to mix it up and keep it exciting. Like, I have a whole stock of sexy characters. I'm going to show you guys my main go-to. Maybe you can incorporate it. We'll see, right?
Give us ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is my main go-to. I'll wait till right near the end of the foreplay. You know, like Nicole, she's just about to, allow me inside of her. And then I'll pull out this guy. Slugman. Slugman, he love you. Slugman, he feel affection. And then I chase her around and she cries. It's so good. It works none of the time, every time. Like for special occasions before I do Slugman, I will get completely nude. And then I will slather myself in oil. And then I will lay down the kitchen tiles and I'll wriggle towards her to leave like a literal snail trail. Because I read somewhere that women find that sexy. All right, so 2 things you should know about Slugman. The first thing is that Slugman is not something that I've made up for stand-up comedy. He's real. I've done Slugman, and he doesn't get me laid. I just think he's funny. And the other reason I do Slugman is I am trying to prepare Nicole for the future. Because every year we have been together, I have lost more and more definition in my jaw, and I have gained more and more neck. And so every year, Slugman is becoming less and less like a decision that I'm making, and more just my actual fucking head. And so, in 40 years' time, I don't want her to walk into the living room and see me just congealed into the couch in some kind of amorphous, glistening mess and be like, oh, who even is that? Where is the man I married? I want her to look at that and go, well, that is Slugman. And I made a commitment, So it isn't something I have been genuinely self-conscious about, like the neck and the jawline. Nicole recently suggested I might consider growing a beard. If you've got a beard, you can shape it whatever. Like, you get it, right? Like, pretend you got a chin. It's good. I can't grow a full beard, unfortunately, because I'm not a real man. If I let everything grow, the only thing that grows is I get like a pencil-thin goatee. And then I look like a magician, which is the only form of entertainment lower than what I'm doing right now. And so I'm not willing to do it. And I told Nicole that. I said, no, I'm not a magician, I can't do it. And she said, have you considered beard transplant surgery? Which is a $5,000 procedure. And I was like, I don't have $5,000 for that. And she went, I could pay for it. And it's like, I'm not threatened by the lack of traditional gender roles in the relationship, but the point at which she is paying $5,000 to install a fake beard into my face that she can pretend I'm a real man, that's too far, I think. And plus, Nicole, she's like a big fan of The Sims. And I can't let her start customizing my facial hair. That only ends one way, and it's me in a pool with a ladder she removes. It's not gonna go good. And so the Slugman's for me, and I'm not gonna do the beard. We do have one sexual role play that really does work well for Nicole. Really does get her going, and that's when we pretend that I have a real job. That gets her so horny, she pretends to come. It's pretty sick. We also did recently start experimenting with choking, where she will like hold me down and then grab me by the throat and then just start screaming, "Pay your half of the fucking rent, cunt!" Like, that's not sexual. That's just admin. It's worthwhile pointing out that Nicole is aware and has signed off on me talking about all this kind of stuff on stage. She's cool with it. Like I asked her like if I could talk about this kinds of things. She said you can say whatever you want to those people as long as someone's paying you money. But no, she said, what's the point of keeping our sex life private if we are reduced to fucking in the street? That's a direct quote from her. So, and it's just that thing of like, she's very strong. She's very physically strong, and she's also very emotionally strong. I'm very weak in every way. I really don't think I'm going to do well in like the post-apocalypse. I don't think most white guys are going to do that good. I think the post-apocalypse is just going to be like rats and cockroaches and Chinese women. Turning them into interesting dishes, you know? But no, she's very strong, like emotionally. She takes every negative feeling she's ever felt. She likes to jam those down into a box inside her mind. Then she closes the box. She never opens that box. Because if she ever opens that box, we all die. But she's also physically, she's ripped. She's very small and she's beautiful. Her mother was Miss Singapore 1977. She was the hottest woman in the country one year. And her dad was hot enough to fuck that woman. So she comes from a bloodline of hotness. But she is very, very sort of oddly proportioned. She's very, very short. And then she's in surgery all the time, and that works her like arms. And then she rides her horse all the time, and that works like her legs and her core. And so she's like tiny little hands, tiny little wrists, massively muscled Popeye the Sailor Man forearms, big buys and tries, and a tiny little head, and then these Miss Singapore titties, and then like this massively muscled like thighs and calves and tiny little ankles and tiny little feet. And she's built like, she has like the body type of like a large like Samoan man, like an all black. But then if you shrunk them down to the height of, and I looked this up, Danny Devito. She's the exact same height as Danny Devito. She has more hair, same size tits. But it's such a specific body type, right? And I know this is true for you guys like together 19 years, but over the last 12 years, Nicole's body type become the only thing I'm attracted to. Like if I have a sex dream, she's in the sex dream, or I'm looking for a pornography, someone that looks like her. But nobody looks like that. And in case you're curious, if you go to Pornhub and you type in tiny Samoan Danny DeVito, the guy who shows up is not what I want. And when you put all black, it doesn't make it more. I think she rides the horse too much, right? A few months back, we were having sex, me and Nicole, not me and the horse. And it's missionary, because I'm 41. And she's on the bottom, I'm on top because she makes more money. And I think if you make money in the world, you get to rest at home. And Nicole, she wanted me to go faster. And the way she chose to communicate that information was not verbally. What she decided to start doing was kicking me with her heels in the outside of my thighs like I am a horse, which I'm not, and you can tell by the cock. And it hurt me emotionally, being treated like some dumb animal. Also physically, I got like very badly bruised, and it's a level of violence I never signed off on in the bedroom. And consent is so important, you know? Nay means nay. And do people have children? Just make a noise if you have kids. 1, 2, 3. Gross. We don't have kids. Nicole and I, we're not going to have them either. Like a few years back, I got a vasectomy. Any vasectomies in? 1, 2, 3. That was actually a bunch of people. It's just so high-pitched. But no, it's a thing where I think the vasectomy should be more common. They're quite expensive. It's like $500 out of pocket. I tried to get mine for free. I tried to crowdfund it. People have been very clear over the last several years that I should not breed, but they refused to donate to the Kickstarter. So I had to pay myself. Now, it is something, I do think vasectomies should be free. I think the government should take the extra money they give to parents, use that to fund vasectomies, make them free. And I get a bit of pushback on the next part, because I think they should be not only free, I think they should be compulsory. Oh, because they are reversible, right? And so I think every 16-year-old Australian male on his birthday gets a government-mandated vasectomy. Girls get a sweet 16, boys sour. But then if you want to get it reversed, you have to apply with like a written exam that I would grade. And if you mention like AI or cryptocurrency or Joe Rogan, you're out, right? We just don't need only women clap at this. But the reason I got it, when I got it, is like a few years back, Nicole, she had to go off the pill for medical reasons. And so we talked about, well, hey, we're planning to get married. We're planning not to have children. Maybe one of us should have surgery. And then we started talking about which one of us that should be. I already told you how much money she makes, how much money I make. That's why I'm the one who had it. Now, this is also true. She did, as a doctor, offer to do that surgery for me to save a few bucks, which, when we started dating, she said she would fix me. I did not know that this is the meaning. But I had to turn it down, because while she is a doctor, she is a doctor of veterinary medicine. She's a veterinarian. And I was like, we've got to get a specialist in the species, please. And I don't know how you guys feel about vets. Like, I respect vets as proper doctors, right? I respect anyone who has ready access to ketamine. Like, my career might be in a hole, but it's a K-hole, okay? I'm having a great time. Being a vet, though, it can be a very dark job. A while back, somebody asked Nicole if they could do an at-home euthanasia for their sick dog. And she was like, yep, I can do that for you. Do you need me to connect you with, like, a funeral services company for that animal? And they were like, nah, it's cool. We dug a hole. Which I think is so brutal. Because they would have been in the backyard digging this hole, and the whole time the dog would have been there like, oh man, a hole. Oh, I love holes. Is it for bones? It's like, yeah, it's gonna be. But I have this idea for like a specialty clinic where we specialise in dogs, and the only treatment we offer is euthanasia by pillow, so we can call it hush puppies. I just think... So I went to a vasectomy clinic here in Melbourne. It's a real place called Dr. Blanks. Picked it based on the name. Oh, that's my guy. He's outcome focused. He is the vasectometician for me. And so I guess no one here will know this, but you are awake for that surgery. I was pretty surprised to find out, actually. I thought it was very intimate. I thought they knock you out, but it's just like a local anaesthetic, right? And so when I went in, I had like my legs up in the stirrups, and Dr. Blanks, like, he went down like between my legs, like he went down, not on me, but it's not a suction-based procedure. But he went down, and he started to clean off my testicles with like an alcohol swab. At a certain point, he peered up between my legs. And he went, hey, right now, these are the cleanest balls in Melbourne. He's doing little fun bits. He's like a fun guy having a good time at his workplace. And then he goes to give me the injection. He's like, it's a little prick. I'm like, I know, but I try hard. And like, he asked me if I wanted to watch him work, which I think is an insane question. Like, would you want to watch? You want to watch that?
Absolutely.
You're a broken man, I think. That's an insane response. What kind of next level cuckolding is it where I'm going to bear witness to you remove my virility forever? I didn't want to watch. I will say this, like, we didn't freeze any. We like talked about it. It is very expensive to freeze the sperm professionally, and we thought just the wrong vibe to do it at home. You know, be like, hey, can you make me a drink? Not those ice blocks, like those. For a particular kind of cocktail. But no, I recommend Dr. Blanks. If anyone needs to get a vasectomy, he was very compassionate. He saw at the end of the surgery that I was freaked out, and he gave me his number, which, like, not everyone has seen my dick has done that. I actually appreciate it. But he said if there's any complication, I'd give him a call. I was like, thank you very much. Drove home, iced everything up, and then I went to sleep. And the next morning, I woke up, and overnight my testicles had swollen to be very large and very blue, and I got scared. And so I called Dr. Blanks. I was like, hey, man, I've got big blue balls. Like, what do I do? He said, it's probably normal swelling, but if you're really worried about it, what you could do is you could take a photo and then send me that photo. And I'll just diagnose you from the photo, right? And so I took the photo, I sent it to Dr. Blanks. He said it was normal swelling, like I didn't need to come in. He also told me I had not needed to make myself hard, like before I took the photo. But I mean, that's just a sign of respect, I think. And just show of hands, who here has sent a dick pic? One. And who's received one? Weird how that's a larger number than the people willing to admit sending them. But I will say this, if you are planning to send a dick pic, of course you should always be solicited, and you should always use a ring light, because it highlights the eye. This is good, man. You guys are a fun crowd. Like, comedy is not always a fun experience. Do you want to hear about the weirdest gig I did?
Yeah.
So it was about like 7, 8 years ago, I think, at this point. I was in a festival, I was like doing an hour, and the organisers asked me, hey, do you want to have like an AUSLAN sign language interpreter for your show? And I said, why not? But it's a very odd way to do a gig. You're on the stage, the interpreter, they're up on the stage with you. And there's like 80 people there, there's like 70 people who could hear, 10 people who could not. And so anytime I would do a punchline, 70 people would laugh immediately. But then it would take the interpreter 5 or 7 seconds, got to hear what you say and then translate it for these people So 7 seconds after these people laugh, these people laugh. And they've never heard themselves laugh. So they laugh weird, and I can feel some of you pulling back. That is not offensive for me to say about them, because they can't hear it. But the 70 people who could hear, none of them are looking at me. All of them, eyes locked at the AUSLAN guy. They just want to learn the signs for dirty stuff. And so I'm telling this story in the show. It's like a true story. So I'm a straight man. But my first ever sexual experience is that I blew a guy out of peer pressure. Which I'm not saying, it wasn't like 8 guys around me being like, yeah, suck it or you're out of the gang. Sorry for making eye contact with you, brother. It's just I grew up in Perth in Western Australia, and in high school in Perth in the 1990s, I never played sports. I was in the choir, and every recess and lunch I would hang out in the library with 5 other boys, and we all referred to ourselves as the Distinguished Gentlemen's Club. And so I never had a girlfriend. And just all of that was enough for those people to be like, over a long period of time, I got approached privately, not bullying, but just people be like, hey man, like, are you gay? You can tell me if you want to come out, if you want to face the truth. And eventually enough people asked me that I just sort of went, well, I mean, I haven't really been that attracted to many of the men I've ever met, but how could this many people be wrong? They must know something about me that I don't yet know about me. And so I sought out a willing man and I sucked his dick to check. And those people were wrong. I realised pretty quickly, about 3 inches in, I'd made a huge mistake. And so, I did not blow that man to completion. I mean, it's all right. I still jerked him off because I'm raised right. And I'm a gentleman. Because it's not his fault, right? It's not his fault that my eyes were bigger than my stomach that day. Which is a true story. But I was telling that story on stage with the AUSLAN interpreter, and I would like to show you the official AUSLAN sign language for just the last part of what I just said. Gentlemen. Which, I don't know about you, that does not feel like official AUSLAN sign language to me. If that's official sign language, I can just do sign language. I don't need training. Like that's the point when I realised sign language is bullshit. Because plus he's making stuff up. I never said the dude came in my eye. I mean, he did, but like, how does the interpreter... So I think at this point in the show, it is worth me telling you that Jez Watts is not my legal name, it is a stage name. I just want to go to people I don't know, but everyone is... Yeah, I know everyone. Oh, Brisbane, I don't know you. Yes, this is my passport, you have a look at that. Don't call anything out about it, because my legal name is Jez White Rice Supreme. Now, is that real? All right, I'll give you some more proof. Here's my driver's license from Western Australia when I used to be hotter. Here's my vaccination, Jez White Rice Supreme. Now, the reason that is my legal name, I'll take this passport back. You don't want to steal my identity. It's a real downgrade, I reckon. Now, the reason that is my legal name is I told you I'm engaged. This will be my second marriage. My first marriage was when I was 24. I got married to a girl named Daphne in Las Vegas with an Elvis impersonator, while we were both tripping on a heroic dose of LSD, which I don't recommend. It's actually pretty scary trying to tell someone you're going to love, honour and cherish them for the rest of your lives. Whole time you were just watching their face melting to the floor. It's no good. And like, I was particularly frightened because I'd only proposed to Daphne 3 days prior. At that point, we were not dating. Nor had we ever dated. In fact, what we were is we were mid-coitus, cheating with each other on our respective long-term partners while high on cocaine. Because I think if you are going to start a legally binding, ostensibly lifelong commitment, you should make sure right at the beginning that neither one of you can be trusted. I think that's a perfect way to do that, right? So we obviously broke up eventually, but we did think at the time we got married, we thought we'd be together forever. We thought we were soulmates. Because we've been doing all the same drugs at all the same time. So we were just on the same wavelength. We were finishing each other's sentences like, hey, you think what I'm thinking? It's like, yeah, more cocaine. Like, we thought we'd be together forever in the moment. And so we decided, okay, we're getting married. We start making big plans. We're like, let's go back to university. We'll get degrees. We'll get our lives together. We'll go straight ahead, have kids, new family, new tribe. We'll pick a new surname for the family, new surname for the tribe. Rather than her take my name or do a hyphen, we'll pick a new surname together. And so we decided to both legally change our last names to Supreme, so that we'd be able to introduce ourselves to people as the Supremes. Yes, that's right. Because, you know, we were still smoking a little bit of crystal meth at the time, and we thought it was a great idea. And it's only $150 to change your name in Australia, any amount of your names, right? So I was already changing my last name to Supreme. My first name is Jeremy. Everyone called me Jez for years, so I was like, I'll change that to Jez. And my middle name I changed to White Rice with a hyphen, because I thought it would be funny. And at this point in life, I just didn't have a good grasp of consequences. Because just so you know, it's very difficult to get to the job interview portion of a job application when the top of the CV is Jez White Rice Supreme. It's also impossible to get a bank loan, as it should be. But that became my name, right? We did go back to university. I have degrees in that name, Jez Supreme, Bachelor of Science, Molecular Biology, Bachelor's Biotechnology. There's my honours in Biomedical Science, my Master's degree, Jez White Rice Supreme. This is from my thesis, from my Master's thesis. This is $58,000 I owe the government for that education. But yeah, it just became my name. It was very normal to me at a certain point. It was well before I did stand-up comedy. And then when I started doing stand-up, that had been my name for like 5 years. And about a year in, an older comedian sort of took me aside and said, hey, you know all the audiences that see you? Like, none of them believe a single word you say about anything to do with your life. Because every time you're introduced to stage, it says Jez White Rice Supreme, which does not sound like the name of a human being. It sounds like a name made up by an idiot, which it was. And so at that point, I picked like a stage name, which is Jez Watts, which is a fake name that I may appear real. And also at this point, I was moving from Perth to Melbourne. It's like 2016. And I had this happen a handful of times in Perth, that someone was introduced to me, hey, this is Jez White Rice Supreme. And they had misheard the name as Jez White Race Supreme, which is like a whole different thing. That's like a social position you can't have in 2016. In 2025, it's trending, which is wild. But Nicole, I think, and I, we do travel together well, which I don't think all couples do. Have you guys, has anyone here been to Tasmania? Just make a noise, you've been to Tasmania? It's beautiful. It's a bunch of people who are over here, yes. When you went, did you go to Mona, the museum? Yeah, Museum of New and Old Art. So, like, for anyone who hasn't been, it's a very eclectic museum. It's 4 floors underground, like chiseled out the side of a mountain. So you go in 4 floors underground, then there's a cocktail bar, and there's very eclectic exhibits because there's paintings, there's sensory experiences, there's Egyptian artifacts, there's musicians. And when Nicole and I went there, we weren't yet engaged, but there was an exhibit called the Confessional, and it was this big cylindrical sort of room inside a room, and it has a hallway that's snaked around to the center. And we get to the center of the confessional, you have the confessional chamber, pitch blackness, and if you say anything in that chamber, there's piping that goes 4 floors up to the surface. If someone's standing on the surface, they can hear you, anything you say in that chamber, right in their ear. And if they speak down, you can hear them, but no one else in the entire world can hear either of you, and you two will never meet. That's why it's called the confession. Say anything in complete anonymity, right? You're supposed to go one at a time, but they let Nicole and I go in together. And just before we get to the center, Nicole, she leaned in and she whispered into my ear, hey, wouldn't it be really funny if I blew you in here? Now, just to give a bit of context, at this point in the relationship, 3 years prior, Nicole had taken blowjobs off the table forever. Now, here's what she said. This is truly what she said. She said, I'm never going to blow you ever again because your dick is too big for my jaw to handle. Now, that is truly what she said. It is not a fact. What it is a brilliant lie. that she has concocted to remove from herself the onerous duty of ever again having to blow me. It's called a blow job because it's work. I get that. More than most straight men, okay? First hand, then mouth, then eyes, and a little bit in my hair. I actually respected it as a move, right? And if I'm going to be completely honest, she never really put her heart into them. They weren't that great. And she has an incredibly bomb-ass pussy. And what? I'm going to argue about getting access to begrudging hamburger meat when I can have Wagyu beef. That's not the right analogy, but you get what I'm saying. I was cool with it, right? And I'm fine. If that's actually fine, if the boundaries of your sexual relationship are that and they're agreed to, that is totally fine. What I'm less cool with is if you make someone think that they are about to get a blowjob when they are definitely not going to get one. I mean, that qualifies as domestic violence. I think legally it meets the threshold. And so when she leaned in, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I blew you in here? I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was mean and I got annoyed and I didn't take it seriously. I was like, yeah, it'd be hilarious. And I just stepped into the chamber and I called out, hello. And then I heard from the top, this very old man's voice, quavering, maybe 80-year-old man's voice called down, hello? And at this point, I realised I have not come in with a game plan for the exhibit, right? So here it's a very old man. So, all right, what do? Do I pretend to be his dead wife and get his bank details? Is that a good plan? And then, but before I could do anything, like he started talking down very earnestly. So I answered him back very earnestly. And then after about 30 seconds, in the darkness of the confessional chamber, I just feel some hands start to fumble around my jeans. And they pull them down around my knees. And for the first time in 3 years, a warm wetness engulfs me. And so my vocal cords freeze. Because I've never had to talk to an 80-year-old strange man while receiving a blowjob before. And he hears I've stopped talking. He doesn't have a context for why. And he assumes that I've become nervous from interacting with the exhibit and starts to call down positive reinforcement. He's like, it's okay if you don't know what to say. We all have moments in life where we don't know what to say. The whole time, I'm just being absolutely gobbled. It is such a surreal experience. It's the strangest three-way I've ever had. Where one guy has no idea it's even happening, right? And so this goes on for like a minute, maybe two. And then Nicole sort of retracts me. She's like, hey, it's a timed exhibit. We can't finish, right? And she does not jerk me off because she was raised wrong. And so I button up and we go running out. She says, don't have kids. She says, everybody. We go running out of the exhibit. We're having a great time. We're like giggling. But then I did start to sort of feel bad. I was saying, I think maybe what we did is like disrespectful to the gallery or the art or whatever. She was just like, no, all these exhibits are about sex and death. I mean, plus it's called the Confessional. I mean, the only thing either one of us did wrong is that neither one of us is a priest and the other a small boy. That's how they're used. Which has not had a great uptake in this room. But I very much enjoyed it in the moment. And in fact, I was like, that's the point where I was like, I have to marry this girl so she can become Dr. Supreme, which is the best one. I used to be in the army. I think people find that surprising. I was bad at it. Does that make it any more believable? It's true. I never did a war crime. I just think that's good to say. But but no, I did not bring honour to the uniform, right? Like 2003, when I was wearing that uniform, I shit in a train station bin. I'm not bragging. What happened, it was ANZAC Day, and I'd marched in the parade, and then I was waiting for a train later the day, and I was standing on a platform, and I could just feel like a bubbling inside of me, and I was like, well, this is going to be diarrhea. When you're a soldier, you have a sense for danger. And so I looked around, there's no people around, there's no public toilets, all there was on the platform, there was a bin. And I just went, all right, it is ANZAC Day, I'm in the uniform, but I've got, like, it's gonna happen, I could just do it quick. And so I just ran, I jumped up onto the bin, I pulled my dress pants down, and I started to have the most explosive case of diarrhea. Have you seen Oppenheimer? Like, it was pretty intense, and it was going for like a while, which was a problem, because shortly into the process, the train I had been waiting for arrived on the platform, and the doors opened in front of me, and a very nice little lady came hobbling out. And now, against every neurological instinct I have, I'm staring this woman direct in the eyes like a dog as I continue to shit in front of her. And I clock in the moment that she is wearing a poppy. So she's been at the parade, right? All day, she has been celebrating the uniform. She is now watching me defile. And she looked very upset. She looked angry, she looked sad. She looked like that moment was her Gallipoli. Like I think now, every year, like during the minute's silence, like she just thinks of me and sheds a tear. Lest she forget. But she never said anything, right? Like we stayed over a little while and then she just turned, she walked away. And she never once acknowledged that an Australian soldier had done anything wrong. And isn't that the true spirit of this country? Like, isn't that beautiful? Anyway, my point is that I am a veteran. And that's how you know you don't need to respect them. But yeah, I was a very bad fit in the army, right? I did not have many friends. And I had one good friend in basic training. And that all like ended one day. Because we had like the night off and there was like an open bar. I got blackout drunk. And I don't remember crawling back to my... I remember waking up middle of the night and I got out of my bed, I walked out to a tree and I peed on the tree and I went back to sleep. And the next morning I woke up and the bunk next to me was empty. It was supposed to have my best friend in it. And he was on the floor next to the bed. And he would not talk to me. Yeah, it turned the night before, when I thought I'd gotten out of bed, walked out to a tree, I'd stood up in my bunk, eyes closed, swung to the bed next to me, whipped out my wing wang, and started to pee on this man. And he started to scream, "Jez, no, stop pissing on me, please!" But in my brain, the tree didn't have an opinion. So the stream continued. He did the only thing he could do. He slept on the floor, because now the bed was covered in pee, as was he. And after that, we just kind of weren't friends anymore. Because apparently no matter how many times you apologise to someone, it doesn't make up for the fact that you have peed all over them while they begged you to stop. And 30 dudes in a barracks laughed. Sorry doesn't take away the nickname Goldenboy, which followed him around. And so he was very mad at me the next couple of days, very pissed off, so to speak. And anytime he would walk by me the next couple of days, he'd say something to me. A couple of days later, he told me to go fuck myself. And I went, "Oh, your mother did that." And then he looked at me very seriously and said, "My mother is in a wheelchair." And I thought he was fucking with me. So I went, "Oh, that must be why she didn't move around so much." And I began to like strut away in what I thought was like a victory. I didn't know I'd made a massive miscalculation until I felt him grab me from behind, put a bayonet to my throat, started screaming, say sorry, take it back, say sorry and take it back. And I started to freak out. I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't mean to pee on you. I'll say anything, I'll do anything to show you how sorry I am." Anyway, long story short, that's the guy who came in my eye. The last thing in the show is a rap. Now, let me ask you, if you think that's going to go well, make a noise on 3. 1, 2, 3. If you think it's going to go bad, 1, 2, 3. Honest human beings. I like this. As a straight white beta male from Australia, I'm a big fan of gangster rap and hip hop. But I always feel like it never really spoke to my lived experience. So I wanted there to be like a rap song for me for the Australian beta male. And because this is going to be the big close of the show, I reckon we'll up the production value. Jam, can we change the lighting state? All right, can we get some haze? 10 grand I'm spending on tonight. All right. All right, let's do the music. Thank you so much for being here.
I've never come 'cause I should never be first. And I fucked once, but only a dead body in a hearse. But people are relieved that I won't breathe. Confess it ain't worth the feast to keep my jism freezed. I ain't real dog, his name is Ken. I roleplay that he is my friend. We play Skyrim all the time at home, which means I lift him in the air and eat his butt home. Beta male rap. Watch my wife get fucked from the back. No white chromosome in my sack. White as can be, but I wish there was. Beta male rap. Beta male rap. Bullied in high school, but but also as a man, not a real man. That's my screen name on 4chan. Cooked out like a chicken as we smash like crap. I make less money, but the sex remains bad. Yeah, spit on as a teen, and now that is my king. Covered in women's piss, now is my favorite drink. Shit on like a metaphor, stepped on like a doormat, but it's not a metaphor, it's a literal fact. Beta male, rap. Don't battle me, cause I'll panic attack. Beta male, rap. If you call me a pussy, I will thank you for that.